Hello! Welcome to the stream. My name is Hayu, and today we are playing Kerbal Space Program. Gonna be a shorter stream tonight. I don't want to sleep too late tonight. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. I'm not currently joined by any guests, but hang on, we might get one later on. So let's start our Papa Bless save game right here. Any of you here yesterday for the stream I did in Suit? Oh my god, we have so much science. 3,928. Alright, let's do something with that. Can we do anything with that? I think everything is like 1,000 each now, right? Jesus. Well, we'll come up with medicines and stuff for like, you know, different techniques of mitigating health problems due to being in space. Alright, we're going to figure out what kind of stuff we need to get here. This has opportunity to get us more science, so we'll get some of that. This looks like a microwave, but it's an oscilloscope. Ion propulsion. Hold on. Advanced plasma propulsion. Alright, this gets pretty far. Alright, what we're going to do today, I think, is we're going to go off to Eve. We're going to finish what we started and actually get a lander on Eve of some kind. We could get some cool solar panels, but I think because of how much all of this stuff costs, we'll wait. One moment. And I'm back. Alright. Of course, if you have any questions regarding space or myself or anything, leave them in the chat. Feel free to ask those. I will answer them. So we have a lot of science, but I think right now we just need to fix our Eve lander design so that it actually functions. And I think send an Eve orbiter as well. In fact, let's see if we left anything around Eve. We might have left something there with a power source and communications. If that's the case, we'll have a relay station from Eve. Let's go take a look. Did we leave anything around here? No. Did we even leave debris around here? Yes. Landed. What does that look like? Do I use unmanned before manned? No. There is a single one of these on the surface of Eve. Amazing. And a parachute. Which is apparently still falling. And will probably never impact the surface. Okay. Why does space do space stuff? The world wonders. Okay. Do you think we'll terraform Mars or the Moon first? Considering I don't think it's possible to terraform the Moon, Mars. If it is possible to terraform the Moon, and I'm wrong, then I don't know. The Moon would be a great place. Still very close to Earth, but it would be a great place to have a secondary population, I think. Alright. We do have these things from the new set, but not going to use these today. Turn the music down a bit. Oh, no, Eve landing as in, like, the most simplest way, Oren. We tried making just a simple robotic lander on Eve, and it didn't go to plan because I forgot to put comms on it, so yeah. Eve science return. Is this it? Ah, yes. It is. Okay. I don't think we need this part. We can try launching it with this part, but I don't think that'll go very well. I want to strap a heat shield to this thing. I really do. Alright, let's see how far we can get with that. So I'm gonna delete this fairing. Twisty, there still is quite a lot of stuff on the moon. It's just pretty spread out and it's very sparse. But there is, you know, water, ice, things like that. Us as human species very far in the future try to inhabit other planets to keep our species alive. Kitsu, we will try to inhabit other planets in the next 10 years. This is, yeah, it's a thing that we're going to do very soon. What's the thing I can do here? There we go, that's the one. Interstage nodes. So I can get this heat shield and whack it there. And, that looks horrible. But what we can do is we can put some struts on this and increase the, will this work? I don't think we can place struts on the heat shield. Will that work? That might work. This, quite frankly, looks horrible. What am I thinking? What is that? Okay. I think what I can do here is I can take these and I can place them on the back here like this instead. And what should these not control? They should control yaw, but not pitch or roll. Right, this thing needs comms. This little boy here. Does it have a probe core? I gotta look inside of this thing. I don't remember what I made. I can't tell if it even has a probe core or not. It does, okay, okay. I think maybe we should do a test of this thing on Kerbal. What is with the fairing on the bottom? Don't even ask. I made this thing in a very strange stream. Why do I have ore tanks here? Oh right, that was in order to make it, in order to make this weighted, yeah. Which I do not really think it is. If I take away this, what was that? Alright, if I take away this area down here, I want to see where the mass is. Center of mass, oh, it's kind of in the middle. That's not what we need. It's not what we need at all. I think we need more weight. More weights down here. I think an additional heat shield may also help. Okay. And, hello Gaming Patriot. We're going to Mind having planets question, is it a global effort or private corporations? Bit of both. I'm very certain that the first people to set foot on Mars will be government agency astronauts. Well, I don't mean literally the first one to put their foot on Mars, but you know what I mean, the first mission. It'll probably be a government agency mission done by, you know, with launch services provided by someone like SpaceX. And by that I mean, yeah, I mean actually SpaceX. Who else is, realistically, who else is doing it? This fairing looks okay. This fairing looks totally fine. There's nothing wrong with the size of this gigantic bloated fairing. Actually, no, it doesn't look that bad. Looks okay. How are these, They're doing good. Okay. Let's put some commas on the tiny thing. Let's get one antenna on one side of this. Okay. How are people going to take walks and do stuff outside of Mars? Simple, put on a spacesuit. I wonder what we'll be thinking once we get physically out of the Kuiper Belt. We'll probably be thinking, great, we're finally getting out of the Kuiper Belt. Right. Does this thing have everything you need for a spacecraft? Oh, right, it doesn't have orientation. It does, okay. Oh, I'm not so sure about this, guys. Okay, we should test it. So I'm gonna rip off the bottom part here. Extend the landing legs. And I'll leave it as it is right here. How are we doing on staging? Looks good. Okay, so this is a test. Let's test this bad boy. A lot of artifacting? Yeah, I have a really bad upload. My upload is terrible, so you're getting like the maximum that I can actually put out. Okay. Alright. So first off, we do some kind of science experiment. And then we soak up the data. Please. See what happens if we detach this. That's not good. Okay. Ah! I've not accounted for this. I see. That is an issue. It's a good thing we tested. Revert to the vehicle assembly. Why is the video blurring and your video quality is 720? The reason for that is because my upload speed is terrible at my current apartment. Okay, do I have a button for switching? How long does it take to get to Mars? And will the first person to make it to Mars be likely signing their life away? Nope. The current SpaceX architecture for getting to Mars involves being able to get back. The system relies on being able to get back in order to save money, actually. So you get your spaceships back. You don't waste your spaceships. And how long would it take to get there? Ideally, a fast transfer would be like 3 months, but it can take anywhere up to 8 months if you're putting in, if you're being very minimal about it. So I'm going to try and wiggle off this heat shield. That that's not what I expected to occur. This could be a problem. Okay, so okay. Now we have the opportunity to get up to speed with these engines. No. Okay, this thing is really pissing me off, you know? This huge mushroom cap. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, we need to do something about that. So if I jettison the heat shields early on, I don't have to worry about them. So what happens if I do this? The idea here is to land a lander on Eve's surface and then be able to take off with the science. Okay, now we're able to gain some speed. How's this going? Oh, we're getting fast. Okay, we're getting some serious speed now. Maybe that's a bit too much speed. We should be getting altitude now. This system clearly it seems to work. It scales really nicely for such a small craft like this. Oh. What was that? Oh, okay, we're out of oxidizer in the main tanks. So now what we can do is get liquid fuel into the central pot here, and ditch the side tanks, activate our nuclear engine, and begin circularizing this orbit. I guess we should start sooner rather than later. It's a weird plume coming off of that engine. See if circularizing is possible like this. Oh, so close. Gonna start coming down now. We should increase our angle of attack here. Ah, it's working. Okay, so we know this is possible around Kerbal. That this architecture will work. Next thing I need to do is figure out how to land it. Currently, it's not very stable, and it'll definitely tip over once it's landed. Maybe adding wheels to the plane would work better. There we go. And of course, from here we can do some kind of transfer out to a interplanetary orbit. And now I need to test out this little boy. So extend antenna, extend its one solar panel. And this would be the part that returns home. Let's see how far out we can kick it. Yeah, this thing is butt tons of Delta V. Okay, let's walk to our apparatus here. And let's get our periapsis deep inside the atmosphere. And see what happens. Do I have a decoupler in here? Oh boy. I do, okay, cool. Let's see how this thing fares. Seems to be surviving. So yeah, what this is right now is a test of our system to get science back from Eve's surface, which looks like the landing on Kerbal part seems to be working fine. It's the landing on Eve part that I'm worried about. Ben Gaming. Hello. That's awesome that you're getting the hang of it in a month. I'm the kind of guy who bought it and didn't play it for a year because I was too afraid. And then, you know, only ages later did I start to actually get into leaving Kerbal. Well, that seems to be working good. Let's go back to the vehicle assembly building. So in its current form, it's going to tip over when it lands. Why do planets orbit the sun around the same angle? For example, planets around the sun like the distant sun. Why don't they orbit at random angles? The reason for that is if you have a bunch of stuff coalescing around a star, it'll be bumping into itself, you know? A lot of it will be bumping into each other. And the whole system, the whole solar system will have a kind of total angular momentum in all of the stuff that goes around it. So, you know, everything will eventually collide and bump into each other, and a lot of stuff will turn into planets. And because of everything bumping into each other, everything will sort of tend toward that plane of the total angular momentum in the system. And of course, all the planets and stuff, they aren't all perfectly lined up. There's a lot of differences and a little bit of a kink to everything. I think you might have to add some kind of extra landing gear to this. Yeah. Maybe on decouplers. I don't like this. Do we need some kind of thruster to try and right the vehicle if it tips over? Or do we just make sure it never tips over? I'm not sure how to do this. Do we have any kind of larger landing leg or something? I guess I could put on wheels. I could do that. So, put on, yeah. So put on a wheel here. Now I need to take this away to try and figure out where the center of mass is. Could put 2 more wheels over here. That's so jank, but it just might work. I don't like this. Maybe move the wheels a bit further back. That... Oh right, I'm still on the test version of this. If I open the... Let's see. If I open this version of it, I can probably just yank the... I could yank this out. So... yeah. Subassemblies. Grab this. Eve butt. Okay. What was it that we were missing on the lower stage here? There was something crucial that I missed, and I've forgotten what it was. Is basically everything just space particles and minerals and overall cool space stuff? Yeah, gnarly space ingredients. Alright, if I check out one of my previous streams, maybe I can figure out what was wrong. I don't remember what was wrong. Yeah, this is going to be a lot less action-packed. Much more chilled stream than usual. It's pretty late. Let's see. I think it was this one. What are your thoughts on the Venera D project? Do you think we'll actually land a working rover on Venus? Oh. I mean, Russian probes have had a lot of issues in the past, but so have American ones. JPL can do it. I hope everyone else can do it too. Where's Eve? Right, it didn't have any communication. Did it? I can't see. Yeah, it's all locked and stuff. About it called Others Will Follow, except it's on Mars. So it has electric charge, it just doesn't have communication with the... Alright, so some kind of relay probe would be necessary to fulfill that role. Was it like out of view of existing connections to Kerbal? I don't know. If we can get some relay probes out, that'd be pretty cool though. Do we have like a generic relay probe? I do. Hey, we can just attach these. That's ridiculous. Just, you know, paste on a couple of relay satellites to the side of your spacecraft, why not? Mother of God. Oh wait, those deep couplers are going to kind of stay on as part of these, so I've got to watch out. Alright, there we go, that's something. Yeah. What is that? Okay, I think we might be prepared somewhat. What kind of science experiments do we have in here? Did we just get an atmospheric experiment? We should chuck that on as well. All the science. Yes. Oh my god, where can we put it? It's too much science. Maybe here on the side. Yeah. Okay, and I'm not actually gonna know when to do all this science. Okay. It has eyes. Oh, whoa. Okay, gotta check the staging's okay. Right. These have to jettison at the same time. Well, after takeoff, actually. These are... Oh, these are listed in the same place? Oh, that's okay. Okay. Now we have to add the eave butt. It's the butt of the craft. Like this. We have to add a second heat shield. Like this. We need a button to deploy both heat shields away. Okay, I might just do it manually. We just have to wait and see how it goes. So let's build this down fairing. Okay, we have a craft. Let's figure out how to send it to Eve. How's the staging going? Yep. Parachutes? What? I don't know what's going on. Okay. That's both the satellites there. Or we just have to get out there and figure it out. So first we have to make sure we get to a point where Kerbal and Eve are lined up in their orbits correctly. And warp to the next morning. Oh, that's a lot of debris. Oh boy. I just saw a Shadow Zone Kerbal video where a piece of debris flew past one of his craft, like really close by. It's like, I didn't realize that there was a possibility of that in Kerbal Space Program. That's terrifying. Okay, God, it's a beautiful game. We need to get to Eve. So transfer window planner, please. I have to full screen to get access to this. Okay, we need to get to Kerbal to Eve. Plot it. And show phase angles. Eve needs to be there. Okay. Hopefully it shouldn't take too long. How are you guys going? How's your day been? How many hours do I have in Kerbal Space Program? A lot. Like Steam wouldn't get it correct because I don't play inside of Steam. I'm sure Kerbal actually saves the statistics somewhere. I can find out how many I have in this save. One of your ships was in the process of going to orbit when it was passed by a massive booster that had been orbiting for like 30 years. Oh my god, nice. That's pretty scary. Okay, we're about halfway now. I could just grab the faster time warp thing. But I'm gonna make you guys wait. Got another hour and a half or so of this stream. 700 meters, god. Thankfully everything in Kerbal Space Program is like 10 times smaller in terms of linear scale. Meaning I think there's like 10 times, you know, less, no, 10,000 times less volume to work with around Kerbin than around Earth. So there's a 10,000 times higher chance to encounter debris in KSP. I think if that's correct, because it's 10 times 10 times 10 because it's cubed. Did you hear about the space junk that supposedly actually did hit the Pacific Ocean? Yep, it was Tiangong-1, China's first space station. They sadly lost control of it and were not able to get it to do a controlled re-entry. It did an uncontrolled re-entry and came down wherever the hell it wanted to. Alright, this is good enough. So now I have to show the ejection angles. What does that mean? Okay, I guess at this point here I have to go that way. To retrograde? What? Yeah, to Kerbin's retrograde. To go through here. Right. I will save this. And whack it on the pad. How do people know when to launch a rocket and what to do in order to have it drift towards another planet? Basically, there's a bunch of crazy maths. That's how. The long answer is it's about like how you join circles and ellipsoids, you know, geometry stuff. The closer you are to the thing you're orbiting, the faster you orbit it. That's also a thing you got to take into consideration. In terms of getting down close to the sun, you actually have to fire backwards away from Earth, so that you slow down in your orbit around the sun and drop down into a lower orbit. And if once you hit the lowest part of your orbit, that's the, you know, you want to make sure that that's the right time that you encounter the thing you want to visit. Right, Eve, science return test. Yeah, this one. Alright. Is this going to go horribly wrong? No. Do I have a probe core I can control from? Somewhere safe. Eh. Nope. I'm trying to select a probe core, guys. This isn't gonna happen. If I select this probe core, it means that this... There we go. Control from here. Which means it's not going to be a big noodle like it is sometimes. Oop. Okay, we're on our way. Oh, we're keeling over. We're keeling over. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, no. 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 Stop, please. Please. Alright. Yeah, here we go. We're going to space today, guys. Beautiful. Why am I getting lag? Why am I getting lag? This is lagging. It's pretty toasty. Okay, wait till we're in space. That worked. Right. What is that? Okay. To Eve. Plot it. Show projection angles. Right. Let's get our way out to Eve. So we can get an encounter about there. Does look like the normal place for an encounter would be in the middle. Are we on a weird? Okay, it's on like a. I see. It is on a weird inclination. Alright, so that's always where we're going to encounter it. Let's take a look at it then. Okay, that's good enough for me. do is bring out the good old solar panel buddies. What mode do you use for clouds and realistic atmosphere? I use Scatterer and environmental visual enhancements. Right. Okay. I'll save there, and we will figure out how to... Let's walk to the next maneuver. Right. Come on, hurry up. Start going now. Right, we are now leaving Kerbin's sphere of influence. Do we have an encounter with Eve yet? We don't. All right, that's bad. Time to do some freaky orbit stuff. Where are we going? All right. You're going this way. We should have an encounter with Eve. Alright, we do. Cool, cool. So now, it makes sense to extend... I guess these two solar panels on the probes wouldn't hurt. And yeah, we have to say goodbye to Kerbin. I guess on the way we can do some atmospheric measurements. Oh, I guess we can't. Can we do this maybe? That's good. Getting some signs there. Cool. And I'll do it again. This time we can keep the signs. Right. Let's save. Let's get away from Kerbal. Goodbye, Kerbal. We are now in interplanetary space. So halfway along to meeting up with Eve. We're here right now. We're going this way downwards. So I want to set course for this place. There goes Kerbal. There's Duna. What is that? Is that Elu? Yeah, it must be. Which means Eve is like up in the sun somewhere. We can't see it. Okay, here we're gonna do a mid-course correction burn. What we're gonna do here. Yeah, if you can see, we're sort of about. Never mind. The thing I was about to demonstrate doesn't actually make sense. If I put a correction here, I focus in on Eve, which we're tailing right now. I can change the way we approach Eve. And we want to be nice and close. And the reason we want to be nice and close is that we want to be as close to the orbital velocity as possible in order to slow down when we get to Eve. And sorry about the sound of that door, by the way. It's a super loud door. If we come up and over like this, we'll get a nice sort of horizontal pass of Eve. That looks good. Actually, you know what? We do want to come in higher up so we have access to those relay sats. So maybe up. How far out can it go? Let's see. We get some relay sats into a really high Eve orbit. Would be pretty cool. Out there. That could work. Hope you're not planning to use rapier engines in Eve's atmosphere because they can't use Eve's atmosphere as oxidizer. You sure about that? You sure about that? Are you sure about that? I've never actually seen people using rapier engines on Eve. What? What? Oh. Oh, no. This is not good. Well. Fine. Then we don't have to. Alright, I think because we have ludicrous delta V, we will go for a high orbit of Eve, which is technically harder, but we can do it. So, yep, let's get to this next correction and execute upon this correction. I got coffee. very, very sugary cold coffee. It's quite nice. Right. We are orienting the spacecraft. And yeah, here we go. Right. That should be that. Yeah, nice. So now when we get to here, we need to slow down. That'll take about 30 seconds of burn. An inclination change at this altitude should be fine as well, so might as well get a cheeky inclination change in there as well. Yeah. Alright, let's get there. Where is Eve? Should be coming up on this side. Here it is. We're now in its influence, I think. Oh no, we're right up against the maneuver, right. Let's go. 37 seconds. So with 37 seconds, that means half of 37 is 15, 16, 17, 18. Down at T minus 18 seconds, we start burning. So what we're going to do is we're going to abort the single stage to orbit part of this architecture, since I've only now discovered that it will not work on Eve. But oh well. Right, holding attitude. What we're going to do is we're going to save, see what our orbit is. It's beautiful. We're going to release one of these boys. Carry on, my wayward son. Did a little bit of a dance there. It is a bit lopsided, but it's okay. So, yep, let's make him, yep, you can just stay as he is. And we'll switch vessel. Here we will, I'm just thinking what we're going to do here. I do have full control, right? I do. It would be neat to do some science. All of this is science that I've got before. What about this? Nope. Transmit that. Right. Now we're going to get into another orbit. Hell was that sound? The orbital period is 37 days. So 18.5. Try and get orbital period down to 18.5 days. Are we out of fuel there? Shameful. Alright, what? We're out of fuel? What? What? Oh, what? I mean, I could put more fuel in this, but like that really made a difference. Actually, the return stage here. Oh, I don't want to deploy this fairing. There's quite a lot of fuel up in here. If I could just enable crossfeed, that would work. If I can do this nifty thing, actually, if I hit O and then I click, there we go. Alright, enable crossfeed. And enable crossfeed. Enable crossfeed. Okay, I should have access to the fuel in these tanks now as well. Right. So now I should be able to get my orbital period down to 18.5 days. Then I'll coast until I get to here. Please? Why is it so slow? Okay. And now we're at apoptosis. Now I can release the second satellite. It should be perfectly opposite the first one. Pretty much. Okay, Eve Relay Sat 1, you are a go. Two, yeah. Now we point prograde. We fire the engine like mad. And then we figure out that we have cocked up the alignment. So we'll just do a little correction. So we can line it up with the other satellite. Oh boy. A bit of science going on right here. Just tweaking things until things look like they line up. That looks more like it. Alright, let's execute on that. Let's get these orbits to align. Hey, looks pretty much spot on. Let's get that other Celerin array deployed. Hi, do you think we will develop cryogenic stasis for long-term space travel, or will that just be a science fiction plot? I'm confident that we are capable of developing it. I'm not sure if we will need to. The ideal world would be one where we will be able to not have long journey times due to having better technology. Because it would suck to, be in space for a really long time. Alright, let's switch back to our main vessel here. Oh, I think I put a bit too much sugar in that coffee. Whoa. What is this arrangement that we are seeing here currently? This is in fact incorrect. This is not how it's meant to work. This... I'll just ignore it for now. Let's forget that it ever happened. Right. This is when the big dealio is going to occur. So... we appear to have comms links back to Kerbal. What's going on with this? Right, so we got good connections all around. Very good. Right. Let's get down into Eve's atmosphere. Where would be a good spot? I think if we were here, that would be a good spot. But, I want to come down inside the sunlight, though. That's the problem. Please there be enough fuel. Oh, we're close. Oh, I don't like this. Okay, we're going to be coming down in the light at least. Gonna save there. Actually, you know what? There's like a special way of saving. I want to figure out what that is. KSP quick save. Mod F5? What the? What? Oh. Oh, I just got into the atmosphere by accident. What is mod F5? Alt F5? I don't see that. Just press F5. No, I want to do like one where you can type in a name for the quick save. So you can mod F9. Okay, I guess I go save game before if entry. 62, it's still very high. Let's get out to maybe 80. So Sorry, this scares the bejesus out of me. We're still going to take this plane with us. I think we can decouple it on the way down. But, yeah. That sounds like a plan. I guess the only way to do it is to do it. I think we can store... we can bring some of that oxidizer back in. Please. Has my UI glitched again? Here we go. Come on. Right. Goodbye, boy. How many more meters down did that put us? It's 5,000 meters lower now because of that little decouple event right there. Here we go. Yeah, pull this out. How much sunlight is that receiving? Yeah, nothing. Alright. Any way to do this is to do this. And what's going on right now? No connection. Why? We didn't extend the antennas. This is why you quick save. We're going to warp us in down here. And we still have control, that's good. Heat shields out. Let's do a little bit of science while we're here. Nothing for that. Nothing really for that. Alright. That's a point retrograde. Alright, this is really the point of no return. And now we begin the plunge. I don't like that color. Alright, we're going to be transmitting this science on the way down. Take care, Ben Gaming. Was that just the first pass? We're going back up? Alright. Make sure we have access to sun. No, stop moving back. Alright. Alright. So we're going to save there. Now that I have access to the sunlight, I'm going to enable... what was this one? No, it's this one. I'm going to transmit the data from here. I'm going to change these to allow partial data transmission as well. Alright, we got that science back. Cool, cool, cool. Gravity data? Nah. Alright, I think we're ready for another pass. We've been going to Anthrocon. Nope. My next con will be Confuzzled, and the one after that will be Euroference. Alright, here comes the next pass. We are now back in the atmosphere. Hello, Fangorn. Yeah, it's Eve. Thanks. This is unmanned, though. And yeah, see, there, Orin. I need to wash my suit. I'm terrified because I've never washed a fursuit before. We're going back up again? Yes, we are. So we can do quite a few aero braking passes, I think. Right, let's get the solar panel back out. Make sure I can see the sun. Oh gosh. Just in the nick of time, okay. Can we get a gravity scan from this low? Is that the same? No, you don't get anything for it. In we go. Do another atmosphere analysis maybe? Yeah. Let's come burning in, I think. Not sure if this is the last pass, it may not be. Yeah, this is definitely not the last pass. I'll have to look into that, Kitsu. Not all suits work that way. And we've left the atmosphere again. Yeah, this is going to take a little time. Oh, stop going back. Nope, no, 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 nope. Do what I say. Okay. Now we're going to transmit all that atmospheric stuff we got. Hell of a lot of data for that. Nice, juicy science. Okay, let's do that again with the other one. Very good. Any other science we can get from here? Yes. And more science. Explodium, I love that. The sea on Eve is called Explodium. Probably because it's made of rocket fuel. Okay, that's all that science. Let's come in for the next pass then. Oh, the sun goes like green. That's really cool. Once more into the breach. Getting a lot of good science from this. More lens flares. Syd's on his way home. I'm not sure if he'll make it in time for the stream, but maybe. See, even get Syd on. That sounds like sit on. I mean Syd on. Okay. Maybe one more pass, I think. Just coming out of the atmosphere now. Yeah, we're actually leaving it this time. But I have a feeling... Yeah, we're definitely going in on the next pass. Alright, here we go, guys. How can the European Space Agency be of service in your critical mission? I mean, this mission isn't very critical. But the way it would be most helpful would be helping come up with ideas for cool sensors and stuff, cool little experiments to put on the probe, and also for communications, being able to... I'm coming down in the nighttime. I am, yes, this is going to suck. But yeah, also being able to provide communications opportunities, you know, in deep space is amazing. All right. We are coming down on the night side of Eve. This is really gonna suck. I wasn't expecting this to happen. But we still have communications, which is great. Because of those relay stats we put out. Here we go. Taking some screenshots. You're very good at building things that smash into the surface of Mars. What can I say? I mean, European Space Agency made the second Schiaparelli crater on Mars. But you guys will get there. So are you with Issa? Also, Cook. I am not actually a space agency employee of any kind. Right, let's jettison that. Holy moly. What was that? Was that a antenna? You see. High gain antenna collided. Parachute collided. Oh, we lost the top stage there. Okay, that's okay. It's a loss I can deal with. Alright, I'm gonna quick save here. What does this do? Hey, it didn't do anything ridiculous. Cool. Next stage. Parachutes. Stop rotating. Please. Oh no. Okay, we just lost a considerable chunk of our Alright, you know what I'm gonna do? This is what I'm gonna do. Goodbye. Oh wait. Does this not have a probe core on board? Is that what we forgot? Ah, there's no probe core. I see. Right. Akila, the Rosetta probe itself landed perfectly. Oh my god. Again. What did we lose this time? Okay. Science Junior, holding tank, Science Junior. What have we got left? Let's get rid of everything we don't need. More shoots would be nice. Lights would be nice as well, but I didn't think we'd be landing in the dark here. Okay, more science. All the science. guess we'll take a goo as well. Yep. Good, good, good. I think that's everything we can take right now. I can't see anything. Just utter darkness. Let's speed things up. I think we're going through some cloud layers. It's just blackness. That stuff down there is gonna hit the ground eventually. No, I think it's on the ground. There's the drogues. I think my probe core is inside of here. So, that going in head first is not very good. Hopefully it's slow enough. Gear out. Okay, this seems like the optimal way to land. Here we go. This is so boring to watch. This is maximum time acceleration as well. Aquila, I'm not with NASA, and I'm not even American. I'm British, you know. Yeah, it's gonna be amazing if that mission goes through. Then again, I'm also really hyped for the nuclear quadcopter on Titan thing, you know. Here we go. Ah, we're in the water. I didn't even realize that. Well, let's get into the correct orientation then. I guess this is just how it's going to be. Yeah, these tanks acted like buoyancy tanks. Awesome. So now, we can put out our lone solar panel and wait for morning. I hear more explosions. Have you ever been to Anthrocon? Nope, I've never been to Anthrocon. I've only been to the US once, and it was to New York on a family holiday. This is apparently what Eve calls sunshine. Oh, that's a very dense atmosphere. Not a nice place. My craft is currently dark. Oh, brilliant. Okay. So we are going to run more scans and get more data. How's the sunlight going? It's actually lower because of the atmosphere. Interesting. It's taking longer to upload this data as well. There we go. I'm just going to get all the signs now. Syd Stoat. Syd, hello. Hello.
Hello. Hi.
Hi.
Weasel.
Hello everyone, welcome
Hello.
on Syd Stoat to the call.
This is Syd Stoat. Hello, everybody. Oh my goodness, why are we floating in a gloomy ocean? Look at this place. Where are we?
It's not a very nice place, is it?
No, it's very gloomy.
Proceeding to leave a bad review on Yelp.
Yeah. 2 stars. 2.5 stars.
You guys probably can't even see anything, it's so dark.
I can see stuff. Wow. Are we taking back off, or is this it?
This is it.
Oh my gosh. Hello, everybody in the chat. Mustelid crew says Orin Oxide. Yes. Very yes. Mustelid crew.
Yeah.
Space weasels. You know, I mean, tubes. Tube-shaped animals, rockets. They're all pretty closely related.
Mm-hmm.
Tube-shaped rockets, tube-shaped animals.
Let's take more readings. Get all the science that we came here for.
Are you broadcasting the science back? Is that the idea?
Yeah. It's a terrible place to be, though. I can't even see underneath.
Which planet is this?
Eve. It's like the Venus
Eve.
analog.
Ah, Venus. Okay. Don't go there.
Generally a bad time.
Do they deal with hot and cold in Kerbal?
Yeah.
Like, Venus,
Not
hot,
cold, though,
not cold.
as far as
Okay.
I'm aware.
So how do you have to prepare before you go to this hot place?
Heat shielding, mainly for re-entry, though. There's no real way of,
Okay.
of preparing for, like, yeah,
But you don't worry
solar
about the
mission.
ambient heat.
Not really. There are mods that that do use the existing system to have increased ambient heat, though.
Wow.
And this is the crater lake, as opposed to the Explodium Sea.
We have Crater Lake here in the U.S. It's
But
less
do you have a
gloomy.
sea named Explodium?
No. Sad to say. That would be a good name for a place. Yeah, Crater Lake is beautiful here. It's like really clear, and you can see all the way to the bottom. It's one of the deepest lakes, the clearest water. And it's not actually a crater; it's a volcanic caldera.
I think that was everything we came for.
False advertising.
It's a crater of some kind.
Hmm.
You know, once upon a time, someone fucked up, and that's that's what a crater is.
There it is. Every time you see a crater, that's a huge fuck up.
We have a seismic thing. Can I use that in the water?
Oh,
I
wow.
can't even see it though. I don't know where it is.
But can you feel where it is? It's all about feeling those seismic events.
Yeah, I can't do it in the water. Makes sense.
Darn it.
All right, that's all. That's all we came here for. So, yeah, that's tonight's probe. Let's go back to the space center and see how much science we got.
Much science, I hope. This is not a manned flight. This is an unmanned crew.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. This is a probe.
I'm just getting up to speed here.
5,023 science. Ugh.
What's the most science you've ever gotten on one flight, sir?
8,800.
Dang. Was that on stream?
I don't remember.
What if you try to beat your personal record someday? That might be a fun goal for a stream at some point. Maybe you try to break 10,000. That would be nuts. Could you imagine? Fangorn Tiger said, "Space weasels, the real wormholes in space." That's right. Kitsu Fox. The Tube Crew. Hashtag the Tube Crew. Yes. There it is. I love that. Oh, there's another weasel in stream.
Aha. So I'm not sure what to get with the science. I guess we'll figure that out on the next stream.
Atomic bombs. No, just kidding.
That's a different mod for KSP.
Did I show up right at the end?
Pretty much. I was thinking maybe we could do some kind of station. maybe around Minimus. Minimus is a great place.
Oh
I already
yeah.
have a base on the moon, which I need to send some more stuff to. But Minimus is where it's at. I might just send a let's send a little cheeky little mission to Minimus.
Minimus is what's hot on the streets right now.
No, it's hot on the Minimus.
Oh.
What was BP boy? Oh, I called this the BP boy. This is all my probes.
Very good.
How can I tell how big the what is the biggest thing that I've built here? I think it was this one? Oh my god, yes it was.
Jeez. Large boy, to say the least.
Let's go check out how those guys are doing actually. It kind of sucks that Earth doesn't have its equivalent of Minimus. It would be such an obvious place to go.
I'm muting myself a lot because I'm having dinner after work. I just got home from work and called you immediately. Now having dinner. And, man, crazy weather today.
Mm-hmm.
It was blowing crazy fast all day. And we just got a tornado warning. And
wow.
there's potentially quarter-inch sized hail, or three-quarter-inch sized hail on its way. And severe lightning storms are going to come through, so. I just went to Domino's and got some food because I don't want to, just want to have a lazy evening if it's going to be all stormy.
Where is the Duna people? Oh man, all of these moon relays have gone all over the place. So these are our Mars boys. We could expand our Mars, our Duna base. Here's the Duna station, let's check this out.
Kitsu Fox asked where I was. Says he's in the southeast U.S. I am too. I'm in Cape Canaveral, Florida. What about you, Kitsu?
How much fuel these guys have left?
I mean, this is a big storm. Speaking of planetary science, this storm that's hitting us stretches from South Florida, even further than that, all the way up to Toronto, Canada. Earth has some crazy storms, doesn't it?
Damn.
Do they ever have bad weather on Kerbal? Are there any mods for... Oh, Kitsu's from Myrtle Beach. Very nice. And R. Michael Brown is in Wellington, Florida. Wellington.
So...
Do they have any bad weather mods in Kerbal?
I don't know. I don't think so, no.
Severe weather. That might be kind of cool to try and launch a rocket in the wind.
Yeah. Right, this is our
upper level winds.
Our Duna
they hit
station.
Like a sledgehammer.
This ship here is our Spirit of Opportunity, and this ship here is the Spirit of Spirit. Yeah,
which one died on Mars? Spirit and
Spirit
Opportunity. One of them died.
I mean, it became
we broke
a ghost.
our spirit. That's so sad.
Wait, it was after its planned lifetime. Long after.
True.
Yeah, but you still have opportunity. You broke your spirit, but you still have opportunity.
You still have an opportunity to drive a cool robot on the red planet.
And your curiosity will never die. And I've forgotten what the name that the new one should be called.
This Mars 2020 rover right now, did they come up with a better name for it?
Well, no, I mean, there are some people saying that there was like an obvious name that it should be called, but I actually forgot what it was.
Hashtag Mars Boy?
Let's see, Mars 2020 names.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, you could call it the cat, because Curiosity killed the cat.
Oh, that's cute.
I don't know. Alright, let's not a minimus. On that one.
We're all really excited for tests going up tomorrow.
Oh my god, it's tomorrow, yes.
It's going to be so cool.
What time is it for you guys?
Small. I think it's 6:32:07. And the launch window extends to 6:32:37. So it's a 30-second launch window. So yeah.
So that's enough time for a scrub and a redo, isn't it?
It depends on which type of scrub.
Yeah.
So if it means prop loading, no. I mean, sad, but I don't know. We'll see what happens.
It's not like there's any kind of shortage of Delta V for launching tests, though. It's such a tiny vehicle. It's the size of a fridge.
True.
It's very hard to make something just the size of a fridge in this game. Don't. Why was this called Don't? Oh, right, I see.
I think we were saying,
this looks
don't
like
This
looks like a minimus lander to me. But we have much higher tech than this now.
We should land tests on Minimus.
What's this?
Just for kicks.
This is a glorified meteor. Oh, this is the first version of the Eve lander, that's why. Okay, goes fast capsule. I think that's the one that we like to use.
Did you say it's called Goes Fast?
Yeah.
Is that like Goes R?
Yeah, except it goes fast. Yeah, this is the kind of capsule. This is our equivalent of our main workhorse. So yeah, let's put a booster on this bad boy.
Very good.
Actually, let's find a it's big-ish.
Have we demonstrated the new Kerbal DLC on the stream yet?
I haven't streamed on the stream, no. Maybe next time.
Wow. Yeah. There's so many things we could do.
I think I just build a new one. Yeah. Oh wait, here we go. Goes fast. Goes fast 4? This one has more parts. Oh, this is a bigger boy. It's like a little icy. It's for more people. What's our... I think we could land us some Minimus, no problem.
Go for it now.
I don't think we need the side boosters.
I'll be here to tell you to go for it. I'm here for you, man. Go for it.
Shit.
Kitsu Fox asked, Syd Stoat, can you see all the launches from Cape Canaveral? Is there an abundance of them down there? If there is an abundance of them down there? Yeah. Yes. Actually, I saw my 50th rocket launch last night. I work most of them. And it's a lot of fun. And there is an abundance. We usually launch about 3 a month.
Yep, looks good to me.
The stream went offline for a second there.
That was
we're
for
good
you. My stream's going flawlessly.
Okay, good. Good. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if this big storm is messing with the internet.
This is a bit slow to start this rocket. Oh, I did. The stream did die for a bit there.
Oh shoot!
Oh yeah, we're dropping like hell right now. It dropped enough that the stream considered it was itself to be over. Oh, stream resumed.
Wow. We're dropping frames. And we're passing through the area of maximum dynamic pressure.
Yeah, right now we yeah, the stream just absolutely tanked right now. Yeah, we are losing 100% of frames currently. And looks like we're back.
Wonder what's up.
I mean, again, if my boyfriend as much as uploads an image to a friend of his, it takes the internet down.
Maybe Stinger's mom is using the internet.
Download should be okay, it's upload that's the main issue. Do we have enough Delta V? I doubt that we have enough Delta V.
Does our bandwidth have enough Delta V?
We absolutely do not have enough Delta V. That's quite something. It's quite a heavy boy that we're trying to land here. In that case...
To ask what my occupation is, saying that he is interested about getting a career in space.
Aren't we all?
Although he has a lot to learn. Yeah. You know, I work with public affairs, doing different stuff. It's a heck of a job. I love it. Highly recommend anything that works with space, or anything that works with stuff that flies. It's great. The beauty in the space program, though, is you can pretty much take any career you want and do it for space. There's a lot of there's a ton of different careers that work with the space program. If they just hired a zoologist at the Space Center to take care of animals before they go to the space station on the ground, you know, and we hire, you know, well, what are you saying earlier? How SpaceX hires a bunch of game developers? Is that true?
Yeah, because they have the same kind of mindset for.
It's amazing. So, like, just pick whatever you're good at and pursue hard, and eventually you might be able to do it for space.
Yo, we lost a whole bunch of frames while you were talking. Sorry.
Ah, shoot.
We may have got the audio still. This is this is not ideal, actually, what is occurring right now. This is not actually the correct direction to be traveling in. Gah! What is wrong with this vehicle? Oh wait, I quick saved my way back all the way to landing on Eve. I am
Uh-oh.
such a numpty.
Oh, don't worry, sir.
Does this mean that
Isn't
I have
it late
to...
over there? So midnight, 1?
I think this means I have to... oh my god, I have to upload all of this stuff. Yeah, I've got 7 more minutes to stream before I said I would stop. I've got to transmit all the data again.
Darn it.
Do.
Aw, thanks, Katu. Yeah. I hope you heard all of it. Yeah, there's a lot of different careers in space. The Space Center's overrun today by test people. Like all the test people are there.
Hmm.
It's really cool. All the scientists and engineers and technicians get to go watch the thing be hurtled downrange. Good luck.
I think it's gonna take off like mad because of how small and light the payload is, and where
I
it's
think
going.
you're right. I was just thinking about that.
It's the second furthest. Yeah, it's the second furthest NASA payload that SpaceX has lifted
Ah,
after Discover.
what's the other? Ah, yes. Okay.
Alright, I think that's all science. Let's go back to the Space Center. Yeah, because of that mess up there, we do not have enough time to land on Mimas. 4,940. That is less science than we had last time.
Wonder what happened.
Let's go back. Let's find more science.
Did your seismographs not work? Or did your seismographs actually work the first time and they didn't work this time?
Nope. Where is our lander? There it is. I said you're being asked whether it's AM or PM.
Oh, it's PM Eastern Daylight Time, and it's 6. I want to say 6:37. Let me check here. Let me just get the official word. Yeah, 6. Oh, excuse me, I messed up. It's 6:32 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, or 10:32 Greenwich Mean Time. for our UK friends.
Okay, there was some data there that that it found. Oh, it's transmitting more.
Oh.
Yeah.
Send them all those beeps and boops.
I think it's still sending something, or no?
I like how it says altitude. Question mark, question mark, question mark.
Oh, that's still going?
We have no idea.
Oh, I forgot to turn that off.
I like that. I wish they'd play that like on a SpaceX streamer for April Fool's.
Yeah. All right. We're just about hitting the end of the allotted time that we have today. So yeah. Thanks for joining me for the end of this, Syd.
Absolutely. I wish I could have been through more of it. It's busy at the Space Center, but maybe next time I'll be able to do the whole thing.
Yeah.
And thanks for watching, everybody. You guys are the best.
Yeah. Thanks for coming along, everyone. Even if it was a shorter, more chill stream. We actually managed to get that Eve Lander down, so that's awesome.
Woo.
Until next time, guys. Take care. Hi, and
Goodbye.
Syd out. Bye.
Keep on rocking in the free world.
There is a house built out of stone, wooden floors, walls, and window sills, tables and chairs warmed by all of the dust. This is a place where I don't feel alone. This is a place where I feel at home. the cracks of his skin, I climbed to the top. I'd climb the tree to see the world. When the guys came around to blow me down, held on as tightly as you held on to me. Held on as tightly as you held on to me. For me.